Salute guys. Jibrumas to Maya, Jibrumas to Maya, Jibrumas to Maya, back with another public service announcement. Back with another public service announcement. I hope you guys are feeling good this morning. Salute guys, Jibrumas to Maya, back with another public service announcement. Obviously got the Maya in the spot, we got Vicky in the spot too. Hi Vicky, how you been? How's things, bro?
I've been amazing. How have you been?
You know what? It's nice having you here.
Yes.
And I mean, I've seen you doing quite a number of things. I remember when we went live, like back in the days. Do you remember?
Like 2020, like.
Do you know what? And that live still exists somewhere online. Do you know that?
I know people have it on like saved memory cards. Like people still send me lives on TikTok.
I was like, do you remember this? And I was like, yes. What you say, Vicky? Was it lockdown?
It was 2020, like 2020.
That was lockdown.
Going into 2021. That's like, it was lockdown.
Super lockdown.
But yeah, lockdown's like a blur to me, so I remember nothing.
Listen, I'm gonna get you much straight into this now.
Yes.
I've seen the transformation.
Of course.
Like we've seen where this started.
Yes.
Looking fabulous, by the way.
Thank you so much.
Doing the most.
Thanks.
Listen, so now this is just again for general viewers. I want to know, when did this like the shift happen for you?
Like really begin.
Yes, like where did you?
The beginning of the beginning. I'd say, for example, with myself, basically, I'd say that I always knew.
Yes.
But then basically I'd say 16 was when I found a pharmacy that could sell me basically without prescription.
Okay. Sell you what?
The pills, like hormones, basically.
Oh, so there's the hormone pills.
Yeah, it's called HRT. So basically, and then at like 16, I started that. And without my parents knowing.
So now HRT, I mean, is the pills expensive? Like, I don't know.
It's like 200 Rand, depending. If you buy it cash, you'll pay 200 Rand. Maybe if it's like on medical, you'll pay like
So what is this? Like, is like estrogen inside the tablets?
Yes.
Like, so, yeah.
Basically estrogen.
Estrogen inside.
Yes.
So, okay. And now.
So like in your body, you have testosterone.
Testosterone, yes.
So in my body, it's now estrogen because I obviously dose myself with it. You know.
So now, then, with that being said, what are your pronouns? I mean, do you have any pronouns?
My pronouns are she, her. I just associate myself with that.
Okay, she and her. Okay.
Yes.
So now, this was obviously you doing this whole, you going through the whole transformation, you
Yes.
changing. This is the person you becoming. I'm sure, as for everyone, I mean, you get different people that hold different values that have things to say. What are some of the things that you heard, like?
In terms of like.
In terms of your transformation, so you want to be a lady now? You want to be a girl? Like, I mean, I'm sure there's people like that.
I mean, of course, like people literally call me a Mabel.
Okay.
People call me a Mabel on TikTok. It's a Mabel.
It's a Mabel. Do you recognize this?
Oh no, I definitely don't recognize.
Okay.
I definitely don't recognize myself to being a Mabel, but apparently people say I'm the Mabel of Mabels.
So now listen. So now
I don't know what it means.
There's now obviously I feel like there's a difference between being someone who's trans and being a Mabel.
Yes, is it?
Well,
because like Mabel, the word Mabel to me is very new.
Okay.
It's like
so you ever started? So you don't guile and stuff like that. Okay. So now I would feel like, okay, this is going on my understanding that, like, I mean, if you trans, that means you're now completely changing to your adaptation that you now shop in the world as a woman.
Basically.
And you are now a woman, right?
Yes.
So then you get some, let's say, quote unquote Mabels who not even look like a woman.
I know. Like,
but
yeah.
It's the mannerisms that's like jy weet mos en volgens gister was ek mos daar by my en toe sê hulle by my die en daai en ek is oor het verstaan that's like it's a different
like a lot of the like I'd say like in my job and stuff people who meet me and stuff because like I do advertise myself as a fantasy so I would like promote myself as like so like a lot of like my clientele they would basically be like especially like a lot of people that see me they'd be like say now they went to go see another girl and then for example you know a lot of these girls look like fake on their pictures they don't really look like that and then maybe you meet them in person and they have like a beard and no judgment to people who do have beards or anything like that but in my like brain setting especially if you're trying to attract a man you can't be like half if you call yourself a lady. So don't go walk, for example, with no hair on your legs and facial hair. Yeah, on your face.
But I mean, but some people do that.
Some people do.
They do that, right?
But I'm just saying the responses that I've gotten from men, the way they speak about it, it's not a good thing. The way they speak about it. Because like especially men that are into these type of women.
Yes.
Like personally, I feel like you have to set yourself to a higher standard of like, you have to also realize that like your body doesn't, for example, maybe your facial hair or your body hair grows differently to maybe your biological woman.
Yes.
So you also have to realize, if you are trans, that there are certain things that you need to do if you want to be happy out in public.
Okay.
Because if you're going to go out in public with hairy legs, you're going to get judged.
Like, yeah, so you mean like shave the legs, do the eyebrows, the beard,
face, shave your beard.
And now, I mean, whether the transition, was it all, I mean, what was mixed reviews? How was your family? What did they feel about it? Because you said you took the polls, obviously, without the knowledge.
I'd say obviously for any parents, I'd say that it doesn't matter what parents you have or what any parents it would be a shock to any parents. I'd say it doesn't matter, like, because remember, you just raising children up in the world. You have no idea what your children's going to turn out to be. Your child could be a murderer. Your child could be a this. Your child could be a this. Your child could be a that. But you have no idea. So I feel like even people that have gay sons or lesbian daughters, it's still a shock.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So what was your family's?
I'd say in the beginning it was definitely like new. Like when my mother was obviously like, oh my God, these pills, like, let's not do it. You're only 16 years old. But very supportive, but also still like, stop with the pills. You're only 16. It was more of like an adult's response, I'd say.
So do you feel like let's say like there's this big conversation going on about like let the kids choose, like whatever.
Let the kids choose who they want to be.
Now I want to follow up with this question. Do you think
the kid should choose?
If a child is about 10 years old, they show signs of that they might, be leaning towards the other side, would it be okay at that age to say, yes, it's fine, you can choose?
I'd say, for example, let the child express their art, like their artistry in whatever clothes they want to wear, but don't, for example, put a label on clothing. For example, this is a male clothes, this is a lady clothes, this is male. Like, I'd say if a child feels like, okay, cool, I want to wear a pink top today, and it's a boy, for example.
Yes.
Let him.
Yes.
Because maybe it's just like in the brain, because now as a parent, you stopping that child from wearing a pink top. In the future, that child is going to see, oh, my mother told me not to wear a pink top because girls wear pink tops.
Yes.
Then he's going to be even more curious.
Look, but fashion,
sense.
No, it does make sense, but fashion is so wild these days that you sometimes you can't even draw the line between what's male clothing or female clothing. I feel like it's just clothing now.
Clothing is clothing.
I see people pulling up at the awards and there'll be males who are straight males, possibly wearing dresses and whatever. And obviously, there's that whole conversation about being humiliated if they put you in a dress. But I'm just saying, you also get like rap artists, and maybe it's not even a form of humiliation. This is just like currently what's trending. So this is what they're rocking now.
I feel you, but for me personally, I'm not into men. Like, especially the whole straight male thing. There's like a trend now going on where these like straight men are wearing like skirts, and it looks so not it.
Not the one.
It's not cute. Please, guys, don't wear skirts. I'm not.
So now, I mean, with the stuff, I can see you got both the twins also with you as well, Listen, when were the twins born?
The twins were born in 2020.
The twins were born in 2020.
So after my big COVID, like Instagram live, viralness, I'd say I got the twins.
No, and you were popping then. I know it was popping like hard, no? Like, I think it was like the first time it was like, oh my God, what is this? You know what I mean?
And you know the way those lives began, it began like slowly. Like it maybe only started with like 50 views, and then it like grew to like every day, like 1,000 people.
And wasn't it like wild for you?
Every single night there were people. I remember you were on, your sister.
Yes.
There was so many like influences from that time, and if I remember us all at that time, we were all crazy.
Yes,
we were so crazy.
Yeah,
it was so insane. Like everyone from that era was like insane, and I feel like no one back then really had themselves put together.
At the time,
were lost.
No, too much.
I feel like we were so crazy. Like social media was different in 2020.
Yes, right? It was.
Like if I just kind of look at the type of content you used to make was very different to what you do now.
No, very different.
I love it.
And so now in 2020 the twins were born, right?
Yes.
Was that just because of the pills? Did you have anything done cosmetically? I want to know.
With the twins that were born, I I really wanted my twins now. Obviously, I really wanted these kids to be born.
Can I just make a, can I just do, I just have to say this, guys, we all talking about tits, eh?
Yes. Yes.
Just to make it clear.
Twins, watermelons.
Yes.
So then basically, in order to get the twins, I saw how good my not OnlyFans, my Instagram was doing.
Oh, you're on OnlyFans,
Yes.
since we said.
Yes, I do.
Okay, there is OnlyFans content, so they can subscribe.
Yes, of course you can subscribe.
So, guys, okay, I didn't know about the OnlyFans, but yes, go on.
Then basically, I started OnlyFans in I'd say 2019. Like maybe so around June. But that time I already had the Instagram following, but I was too scared to just publish my OnlyFans for the world.
Yes.
So I didn't exactly publish the OnlyFans. And then one day I just posted a link on my...
And it went wild.
And it went insane, and I made
how much money did you make on
I'd say...
on opening. You don't have to tell us yes.
I'd say maybe just with that, just with men also just subscribing for curiosity, I'd say maybe 200K just in
I'm in the wrong
2
business.
months.
I'm in the wrong... Guys, I'm going to start my OnlyFans tonight. Would you subscribe?
I would. Okay. I'd pay that $150.
I need to open up an OnlyFans.
I'll pay
but
that.
I mean, that's wild. That goes to show. Now, I mean, following up with then, I mean, do you have... Look, I don't even know if we can say straight men anymore, because it's a weird thing. And I only say it's weird because we have so many people delving into stuff like undercover and stuff like
open relationships and all these type of things.
Straight men, do they eat you up?
I mean, I only do straight men. The only type of men I do date and do see is straight men. I don't know. It's just also what I'm interested in, because I like a man that's still manly, but I can't explain it though. I just cannot do a bisexual man.
No, okay.
Never ever. My first guy I ever dated was bisexual, and he was just kinky, but in a weird way.
But now
trying to be feminine, but no, thank you. You know
what
I mean?
So I mean, for someone that is trans again, and I mean, do you find that people that are cause the thing is, I hear this narrative all the time. Most people who are gay or are bi don't like other gay or bi people as partners.
Me personally, I could never date a gay man. Gay men are jealous of trans women. Not really jealous. I wouldn't say jealous though, but there is a little bit of a rivalry. Me being trans and being around gay men, especially if they're feminine. This is also just what I've experienced. They cause a rivalry, or they're just trying to take over the scene. Where
I got
just
you.
My honest opinion. If you don't agree with me, then it's also just
do you also
my life.
Well, do you feel I'm just again asking this question, I want to know your point of view. Do you feel people who are gay and who are trans are sometimes they do too much when it comes
definitely
you know the thing is I understand you want to be I'm not necessarily you, let's say you want to be a woman, right?
Yes.
Or this is what you identify as now. So but now you act maybe a little bit more, you more over the top than an actual woman would be.
I'd be very honest, and I always say this to a lot of trans people also, in order to pass in public, you have to do nothing. So basically, because a lot of people think in order to be a woman you have to be extra,
yes,
and be dramatic to the point where you're having a modeling show in the streets.
I got you.
You know what I mean? And having a modeling show in the streets, everyone's the man who drives past you is gonna think his first thought in his brain is that a man or a woman?
Okay,
that's his first question. Is it a man or a woman? And I mean, usually the responses would be that's a man.
Yes.
I mean, when I go out, sometimes doesn't matter where I go to, I hear whispers also when maybe especially biological women, and they're that's a man. You know, that happens. That happens.
Does that affect you in any way? Sometimes?
It doesn't affect me at all though, because you have to remember where you come from and your journey. Because at the end of the day, her same husband. Her husband that's sitting there is looking at me, but she's telling her husband that's a man.
Yes.
Out of jealousy. Remember, she's trying to make herself feel better now.
Okay, I got you.
So she's trying to make herself feel more like a woman. She's almost oh my God, I'm real. She's trying to state the fact that she's a real woman. And a lot of cis women do that. They'd be that's a man. And it's more like in a way of like they know that like the men they want to sleep with that person. And like
So
I've slept with a lot of people
You have?
before to know stuff.
So have you slept with some married men and things like that?
Oh my god, married men are my favorite. It's like all I do. Married men are my
Yes,
favorite.
okay.
Like I don't know, just like they take care of you in a sense of like they will guard you down.
Okay.
Where like that married man I can trust way more than that single guy in the streets.
Why? Because why is the married man not going to say anything?
The married man is gonna pay me to shut up. You understand?
Okay.
He'll basically give me something. He'll make my life better so I don't have to suffer as much. You understand?
No, that's wild. I got it.
You get it?
Yes.
Like, so basically, it's almost like he gets his fun out of it. He's still married. He has his 4 kids at home. Those 4 kids at home stress him out.
Yes.
So that time that, for example, he can spend an hour with me, that's like a blessing to him. So me
now,
asking him for some money, it shouldn't be an issue.
No. So now, I mean, so then, you don't necessarily have to tell us who, but I want to know, like, I mean, now, how
does it come to that?
No, yeah, like, are you sleeping with him, obviously, right? Or you sleeping?
I have
yes,
sex.
you have
Sex.
Okay, you have sex. So now you have sex. So now you have sex with married men, right? But
Yes.
how are they? Obviously, you know they're straight, right? So that's how they shop in the world. And then when they're with you, like, is there a different beast that comes out? Is there a different type of person that comes out?
It's actually the exact same way. You
Okay.
know, like to be honest now recently, so I do like escorting like in my own time.
Okay.
And I escort and I do it for money. And like recently there was some man that came to me, he was a German guy, and he didn't like, for example, know I was trans. So he didn't read my ad.
Okay.
So he never read the ad. So then basically he literally just told me I must keep on my panty and he'll fuck me from behind. So that I was like, oh
What?
I'm serious. That's like when I knew that like men would do anything.
Okay.
Like, and I've had so many men like that also that like, I had an experience once now where I had to go to this. It was this one hotel in Regent Road. I'm not going to mention the name.
Okay.
But anyway, I went to this one hotel and this was a Netherlands guy and he already paid me. And then when I got there, he basically saw that I never had a vagina. And like, oh my God, he literally like wanted to call the police and stuff. It was so crazy. I was like, I'm an escort. Please don't call the police.
But I mean, but for the escort services, I mean, did he find it on the OnlyFans page? Where did
He found it on.
So
like,
then you should have seen the bio.
Then he should have must read it. It was his problem, and then he involved securities, and it was this big story. So I was like, no. Here's your money, bye. And I had to send it to him on his card because he's paid me through like card payment vibes.
So I mean, do you still have your male genitals?
Yes, I do, because it makes me money.
So you like having both? So you like having both?
I can't say that I like having both though, but basically having like they call it a penis.
Yes.
Or like a tolly, whatever.
I'm
serious though.
A tolly, okay.
People on TikTok call it a tolly. People on TikTok call it a tolly.
A tolly.
So I'd say basically like with being in this body though, men see me as special.
Yes.
So men see me as special though. So it's like a girl with a stick.
No, I'm just thinking because like imagine I'm thinking that, but after the minutes like remember the gustan appeal. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like what do you think? Like what? So but I mean,
but I'm serious though. But like a lot of the girls also that also work in this like sex industry.
Yes.
A lot of the girls who work in the sex industry, like for example, if you have a vagina, you classify it as cheap because there's vaginas here all over.
Okay.
Understand? And me, I'm seen as special though. Like, you can't just go find me anywhere now.
Yes.
You understand? There's not like a lot of like lady sticks just hanging around.
No, I got you, but
You
now
understand?
But now, so so well, obviously your male genitalia or like your tolly, as you put it, right? Is it something that you'd ever get rid of, or you'd always keep it?
I would get rid of it if I reached a certain age where I'm like sustained in my life.
Okay.
Because that area does bring money
Yes.
and wealth and investments.
So now, I mean, no, the thing is, because in passing, I heard something on a previous episode or
Yes.
something, so I was very interested to know, do you still have your male genitalia and things like that? Do some people like it?
I mean, a lot of men will basically like ask to suck it.
So the men want to suck.
The men want to suck it. I'm serious. It's
So
a thing.
have you had some men? So some men have sucked it.
Yes.
But and then do you get hard still? Does the penis?
I mean, like.
Are you aroused?
I mean, I would say I do get aroused. I'm not gonna act like I don't.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I do OnlyFans, so I have to be a horny person. It's
So
like
now
in
on
my
on your
nature.
OnlyFans, do you? I mean, you show your penis?
Yes, I do. I show everything. I do everything. The only thing I don't. So basically, I'm a strict bottom. So I like to get fucked. But
Okay. So you yes.
but even though, for example, I like to receive it. Like, for example, men have a thing. Like, for example, like if they're busy, like doing the thing, they see it as like a steering wheel.
Yes.
Men see it as like a steering wheel. It's like a thing they can hold
Oh.
onto. I can't explain
This
it
is
though,
wild,
but
bro.
that's how men see it though, and that's like the type of stuff they're into. Because they see it as so if you're like in missionary, they would like want to hold onto it. It's like they think.
Now
So
I mean
weird.
I mean obviously you said you like getting fucked, right? But have you ever done the fucking?
I have like twice in my life.
But it's not really your vibe.
It's not really my vibe though, because like men don't clean their assholes. I'm serious. It's not my vibe though.
Yes.
Like, in all honesty, I hate it.
So-
but like the money there is good though. Like you can get like a 40K just to fuck a man. I'm
Full on.
serious. Like a man, because some men are so into that. Like a woman that actually has a dick to fuck them in the ass. Like, and those men pay. But
So
it's something
I
don't
mean,
like
you'd safe
do.
to say there's some people that have like wild fantasies.
Yes.
Like what is?
super wild?
Have you been asked to do dress up or anything or to
I've
do
been
stuff?
asked a lot of things. Men ask me to wear my panties. Men ask me to wear my lingerie. Men ask me to wear my clothes, and I charge them to wear my stuff. I'm serious. They
Yo.
would literally come there and they'd be like, give me a panty, give me a panty."
Yep. They'll put the
And
panty
they
on.
want to put on a panty. And I'm like, there's nothing wrong with putting on a panty and
Yes,
stuff.
but you just didn't think that was your
for
vibe.
me, it's weird. Though,
Yes.
you know what I mean? Because
Because now I'm not sure if you into this or want to be
no,
this
it's
too.
so weird.
Or you want to
it's
be.
so weird. It's like giving like an old grandpa that decided late in his life he doesn't know what to do.
Yes.
You know? It's not
So
cute.
now, I mean, what is the highest you've charged someone to be with someone?
Okay, so like the oh sorry.
Yeah.
So like the highest I've charged was this one time I went to Dubai, but it was like a 2-day trip. But it was like with someone like really famous, so I can't really say.
Okay,
and
it's
at the
fine.
time I was in Thailand. So then basically we started speaking already on like Instagram. So I basically DM'd him on Instagram. Those people who are my close friends like know who it is. But basically, I messaged him on Instagram just like randomly. And then one day he started going through my Instagram views and I was like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
You keep seeing his name pop up in
You
the
know,
views. Okay.
I kept seeing his name like pop up on my Instagram stories. And then I was like, what the heck? I'm going to DM this guy now again. You know what I mean? And I DM'd him. And then like he basically gave me Skype. He gave me Skype. And then we started speaking on Skype. But he's basically, when we were speaking on Skype, it was very like... Never actually.
Yes.
But for example, he did send me money on PayPal.
Okay.
So that's how I knew it was like real.
But we
Yeah.
were talking about how much bucks it was.
Oh, you want to know how much
Yes,
it was?
like, I mean-
Oh, it was like
Ye-
it was like 500. Not 500 rand, 500K.
500K.
Yeah.
My
It was
God.
like 500.
People have money to spend, eh?
I'm serious.
Jeez. But what they say, sex sells, eh?
It really does.
Six cells,
there's a guy now actually speaking to me, an Arab guy that wants to fly me to Brazil, but he only wants to pay 50K for 5 days. So I don't know.
I feel like I'm talking about this. There's
still
going to be
thinking-
someone that's going to watch it and be like, talking cack, you talking cack.
I'm still thinking.
You know people's going to say that.
I know. Obviously,
Yes.
people's gonna say I'm speaking cack, but like, I mean, I do this work though, and like, I mean, my context. I always say the day I die, my phone needs to be like wiped
Yes.
because like the numbers I have in this phone is like crucial. I have like big people's numbers in my phone.
So, I mean, are you telling me if you should go through like your contact list and of people that's been hitting you up, we'd be surprised?
You'd be very shocked.
Is there any people that we know on there also? But look, I've asked this
Oh
question.
my god, there's actually I don't really actually want
don't-
to speak
you're
about
not-
this.
you're not- you're not-
There's this one Cape Town influencer, like, oh my god, but it's like not this one, but it's another one. Oh my god.
Yes.
So crazy. But he's a very toxic influencer, that's all I'm gonna say.
Well, toxic influencer hitting the DMs. Smaak the honey pot, huh?
All I'm gonna say is he's a toxic influencer. Yes. I can't say nothing further because I still want to get with him.
Okay. Look, and have you ever been surprised in penis sizes?
Oh yes, all the time.
Like you look at maybe someone, you're
Oh
like, no,
yes.
you look maybe
Oh
like you have like
yes.
a long,
I love
long, and then you're like, no, but that's not so long. Or maybe this one looks like he's not long, and he's like, yes, he's coming with a shandy of note.
Personally, like one thing on like how I judge cocks or penises or whatever you want to call it. So basically, I judge. So a man that is like really tall,
yes,
man that is like maybe 6 foot tall, he would have the most uncomfortablest dick, but he wouldn't know how to use it.
Okay.
And then it's a small dick on his body, but it's actually tiny on his body.
Okay.
And then you get a short, skinny guy that's like tiny and thin arms. Yo, those guys, they will surprise you.
Is it?
Like the short guys, that skinny. Or the tall guys, it's like really tall guys that are really, really skinny.
Yes.
Like tall guys that are really skinny. Or guys that are average thin but skinny. There was this one time I was with this one American guy. I was with this American guy. Oh my God, this guy was like so short, eh? So then he takes me on a date. We go to, in Club Street, yours truly.
Yes.
So we go and eat at Club Street. I literally just met him. I'm like, okay, cool, let's go out. And then afterwards, I went to his hotel, blah, blah, blah. So I'm expecting, I'm like, I know this is like a paid deal, what's happening here. But in my brain, I'm also like, I'm not ready for this dick. It's probably going to be like, a micro dick that's going to pop out. When I tell you this man whooped out a dick that made me cry, I was shaken. I was so shook. I wasn't surprised. I was so surprised. I was just like, oh. I like so surprised I didn't want to go home. It was so nice.
Look at this interesting stuff. And now, I mean, with that being said, you also said that, most like men, you say don't clean their asses, right, and stuff like that. What is your regimen like? I mean, is it do you keep it clean all the time?
So
are you rinsing your hole out? What are you doing?
With basically having constant sex, you have to rinse your hole out. So it's called douching. You have
called what?
Douching.
Douching. Okay, so it's cool. It's a thing. Okay.
Douching. So you have to like buy like this whole liquid thing, and it looks like almost like a little mini dildo that like you put that up your ass, and then you maybe do like 4 or 5 pushes,
pumps, okay,
like pumps like that, and then obviously that like takes out all the.
So it's like a stinger vibe going.
Yes,
you must
all that like shit that sits here in your intestines comes out.
So now, do you listen to? So let's say if you know you're gonna be having sex, right?
Yes.
And I mean, obviously most of it's anal. So now it's anal sex. Are you checking what you chowing before you go into
so
like you're like, okay, cool, I know I'm gonna, so I can't be having no curry this week. You like
with me usually. So I do like, I would say that like in this type of job and stuff, you do like form a eating disorder, especially like because I can't really eat though because I'm having sex through my bum. You know what I mean? So it's also to the point like if I know, for example, 2:00 I'm seeing someone, I can't eat before that, or I must maybe just drink like coffee and like have a biscuit. Okay. So that's why I also do weigh like 45 on this scale. And the thing is with men like me skinny though. Men like pay that price because I'm skinny. Like some men have even paid for like my diet to have me stop eating and basically like eat they would basically pay for like certain meals. They would pay for certain meals so that's all I eat, and then they'll basically buy the food. Or maybe buy like, they do it on like Uber Eats or like the Checkers app or the Woolworths app. And basically what they do, it's mainly Arab men who do this though, because Arab men are obsessed with like shit and peeing and stuff.
Yes.
So then basically what they do.
So did anyone ever want you to cuck on them?
Oh my God, I've done that once actually. The shit thing. It happened in Joburg.
Wow. Okay.
It was so bad. It was like an old Arab man. He calls me. He's like, baby, you eat today. I'm like, baby, I eat Burger King this morning. What's up?
Yes.
He tells me, can I come tomorrow morning? Blah, blah. He's going to like send me food, basically. I gaan my soos kos koop en my adres.
Yes.
En dan moet ek my frek eet. So
because he wants,
and I basically mustn't like use a toilet like the night before or just like the morning. So then he says first thing when I wake up I must come there most now. So if I wake up at 7:00, now you know, and usually for example when I wake up I have a popo.
Yes.
Like I'm not gonna lie, I want a popo when I wake up. First thing I want to do is go to the toilet.
Yes.
You know.
Nice morning cup of coffee.
With a cigarette, literally with my vape.
Yes.
With my vape.
Yeah.
And then basically. Yeah, and then basically I had to go to his room, and then I basically had to like
On where? On his body? On his
all
face?
over,
Where did he want?
all over.
Ooh.
And then basically what they do is they have like a thing and they like rub it on your back.
Oh,
Like
for
they like
fuck's
rub
sakes.
it on your back and it's like on your face. It's more
It's
like
just for him.
It's more humiliation.
Does
towards
he want it
you.
on him or on you
It's
or so?
towards both people though.
So you must also have your own on news.
You never know what you're getting though. So
I
like
don't know.
the
It's
main
wild.
like the main thing about it is actually they basically want to fuck you while you're cucking. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So
okay.
so they want the whole cuck to come out while they're having sex with you. So that's the whole deal with it though. And then while that happens, they obviously trying to humiliate you by like in your face. It's a lot.
There's wild men out there.
It's a lot.
There is wild people out there.
It's a lot.
Listen, I mean, now with all of that, I mean, do you like? I mean, do you like that kind of stuff?
I mean, it's like to the point if I do one job like that, I don't have to work
You
for
want-
like a month.
Okay, because they're gonna pay top dollar for it.
So it's like good. So it's like doing one thing like that. Sometimes, thinking when I was like 16, I maybe used to hear these conversations, maybe like 14, like, oh my God, like some girls are getting shit in their mouth.
Yes,
And,
I
all these
remember that
crazy
thing. Yeah.
things. And now to the point where it's gotten to the point in my life where I actually do this and I like drink. I not really drink though, like it's also like the golden showers and stuff. That's also a thing.
Is it they want you to save the puss?
Yes.
Drink my puss.
That for me I can still do though.
Okay.
That for me is more calm. That for me is more calm than shit though. Like
Okay, now since you've
for me is just like
you've tasted.
it's just like let's just get it over with. Okay, babe. Because most of it's running down your face with shit though. It's hard,
Listen, now,
How do you get rid of-
I have to ask this question. I don't know what does cock and puss taste like for someone that has tasted.
Personally-
what can you equate it to?
like it's like basically like eating mud, ne? But like imagine like walking in it's
Eating
like
mud?
eating mud, but like imagine walking past the street that smells like piss. Like
That-
or you smell is pee, ne?
Yes.
And then basically you're walking past like a corner, like a drain that stinks. Now imagine after this type of experience happens to you, I'm not gonna lie, for like a week, you still smell everything. Like,
Does it smell like?
doesn't matter how
Does
much
it smell like it? Does it taste like it smells?
It's definitely like disgusting.
Okay.
It's gross.
Okay,
It's
okay.
so bad. Like, oh my God, I can't even like describe it into words, like what it is, because it's so
Ooh,
bad.
yes, sis.
It's so bad. It's worth it for the money, though.
Now listen. Also, this is two questions I have now. Number one,
Yes.
does having so much anal sex make it easier to cuck?
No, it makes it more difficult
Does it make it difficult? Why?
because basically, remember, like, yeah, I feel like
I'd assume like the hole's bigger, so
no,
it just falls out
so
easier.
basically, like, if you're having sex like the whole time, it's because like
There's a muscle there. What?
I wouldn't say there's a muscle though, but like inside though, your walls open up though, and then remember there's so inside your ass now there's two sections. There's two holes actually inside your ass. So
Okay.
inside your ass there's another hole that shit comes out when you actually go and take a shit.
Yes.
So the shit doesn't just sit there by your onderste
Okay.
pupilkie. So there's two pupils in your bum. So there's basically two holes in your asshole. So that other hole is what the shit exits out of. Guys should Google this. Like,
Yes.
you should do your science. So then basically that hole is what basically protects your shit and like your insides. So if you really do have a shit though, it comes from there and not from there. But then if you have sex with like a really big dick, it can ruin everything.
Okay.
To the point where that second hole can like
Okay.
not, and then the shit will basically like run like
Down.
smooth and not like in a ball.
Oh!
You know, I
Yes,
can't
yes.
explain it.
Listen, no, I get it.
It's
Oh
true.
shit. Oh shit.
I can't explain it.
Now-
basically,
Now I know you're making money while doing this stuff, right?
Yes.
At no point do you ever like I want to know this is for someone that's obviously now decided this is their life.
yes.
Do you ever feel like
I'm gonna
dirty
stop.
or ashamed or like
To be honest,
like you're like this is not for me? I don't know. Some people
No, personally, I don't feel ashamed because
Yeah.
people do have to realize as a young person, I do feel like as young individuals, people in their 20s can relate that like it's not easy like just moving to a big city
Yes.
and living a life. It's actually difficult just to like, live life as a person in your 20s with no money and no job, like, where a lot of people get boyfriends and move in with their boyfriends and do
Yes.
that, but then they're unhappy. they unhappy in those relationships. So me personally, I'd say at the moment with doing this job, I am happy because it gets to pay my bills and I don't have to depend on a man. So which means I like to be dependent on myself, because asking for men for stuff is just like a no for me.
No, I got you.
Like, you get it. And I'm sure, like, when girls ask you for stuff, you're like, what the fuck?
Yes.
You know? So I don't want a man to think of me like, what the fuck? She's asking me for
loafing
money.
again.
She's loafing.
Yeah.
So I'd rather give them a service.
Yes.
So come fuck me then, and then you give me money.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
So then he feels like he's getting something out of it. Like,
so now with the LGBTQ community, do you consider yourself to be part of the LGBTQ community?
I wouldn't say I would like to, I wouldn't say that I see myself as part of the LGBT community, because I don't like to live my life like that. I like to see myself as still normal, where, like, I feel like a lot of people make LGBTQ their personality.
Okay.
Where I personally don't. If I go out in public, I would prefer not to ever speak about LGBTQ, because then it confuses the outside people.
Yes,
especially
I got you.
about me. Because if the second LGBTQ is mentioned, it's a confusing topic. Oh my God, is it a gay? Is it this? Oh my God, is it drag queen? Is it a cross-dresser? So personally with me though, I feel like I've reached like a level in myself and in my transition that I don't have to just like make it about that. Where, for example, on my TikTok, I do put trans there because, like, at the end of the day, I do still have an OnlyFans that is trans content, but in my personal life, I wouldn't say I make make my life about.
So now, so how do you respond to stuff like this? Because obviously, I know there are people.
And I know, like, a lot of people will be mad at me for just saying this.
No, I'm asking. No, but I asked this question because I've spoken to many different people along the lines, and then some people don't necessarily say I'm part of it. This by default, yes. If you want to put it under the umbrella. But me personally, I don't shop in the world and say I am.
You know what I mean?
I'm just like I am who I am.
Like me personally, I'm not gonna go out. Like me personally, I'm not going to go out in the streets now and be like, oh my God. Because like a lot of trans women will be like, they express that so much. They would feel like they need to, like, if I greet you, for example, now, hi, Yusrik, I'm trans. You understand?
Okay, then it's like, yes.
You know, it's weird. Just talk normal. Because at the end of the day, maybe you're not even thinking about that.
Yes.
You know, where a lot of, it's just weird.
Quick question, I just touched it. How many penises did that hand touch?
Oh my God, my body count is very high. Like, I think my body count is, I wouldn't say my body count is 1,500, but I think it is.
Now, what about stuff like diseases?
No, I am protected.
So they must put the Jimmy on.
Of course. And the thing is,
nobody want to go in the role.
And the thing is, I'm on a thing called PrEP.
Okay.
So PrEP is like a pill that basically protects you from things like that, from anything like STDs and stuff.
Okay.
And the pill PrEP basically protects you from getting diseases, basically.
Now, do some of this mean? So
a lot of the I'm like, as a sex worker though, that's the first thing you have to do. If you work in the sex industry, you have to protect yourself, because so basically that is a pill that basically protects you from getting anything. But also, I don't have sex with like low class people. To the point where I'm gonna get sick. I know.
But like things like HIV, gonorrhea, and like venereal diseases.
I get these things are like everywhere though. But then at the same time, I also, if I do sleep with a man, the times I'd never ever have raw sex, only if he pays enough. Like if he pays me, for example, pays me 20K for a night, and he says, for example, can we have raw sex? I will go buy HIV test there by the skin.
Okay.
And I will go prick his finger and I'll do it.
We're gonna test you first.
And then sure. But then again, he's like, I don't know, even though I'm on the PrEP though, I don't still just have raw sex with anyone. It's like a big rule.
That's a big rule. Okay.
Like if they pay 20K, then sure.
We can.
But other than that, no. If it's per night and they're hosting the gig, then sure, and I bring my 200 Rand HIV test, I prick your finger. Sure, baby.
So now, look online. I know there are always going to be people that are against for and against. We know this. I mean, this is an age-old battle between like people who hold different values. So now someone tells you like, don't cock, you a man, or how you pick, you still have your pill, like that kind of stuff. Wow. How do you respond to that kind of stuff? Is the stuff that you still kind of like, does it still get to you, or you like, because I know someone's gonna watch this episode
can I be honest? It doesn't get to me, because like people who call me a man and people who say, oh my God, why would you post naked stuff on blah blah blah, why are you having sex, why are you doing this, why are you disrespecting yourself like that, those same people who speak so much don't have money. They're broke. Like, and I've always said this, people who can speak about other people's lives in a bad, negative way, they just jealous.
Yes.
Because they don't have that kind of money. Because you speaking about me doing sex work, at the end of the day, it's also like, what are you doing sitting on your couch?
Yes.
At least go do something to make an income. Let me explain it like this though. So basically, I feel like if you go to overseas, hey, and you see how people live there compared to South Africa, it's so different though. The way the girls there also like sell themselves. And their prostitution is more like of an open thing in other areas of the world. Where you come to South Africa and things are held like more close-minded.
Yes, because obviously
but it happens.
That's because
it's happened closely.
Yes.
Where, again, it's like if things were more open, it would be way more safer. You know what I mean? Because sex is a thing that's going to be always around though.
Look, I had a conversation with someone. I was like, you know what? There's 8 billion people in the world right now. I said, they're all product of sex.
Yes.
Every single person, is a product because someone somewhere.
Yes. Everyone somewhere is someone doing it. Yeah. And I haven't had sex in like 5 days though.
Okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe after this episode, but
I know.
They're gonna come in.
I haven't responded to messages.
Listen, so we're gonna end it off very soon. Yes. Yeah, but I don't know if you're gonna give us a sneak peek of one of the twins.
No, I can't.
I'm just asking.
Oh my gosh.
I thought maybe we're gonna.
I mean, you guys can go subscribe to our Onlyfans.
I wanted to just check that. Do we have to subscribe?
Yes, you guys have to.
Let them see the whole ensemble. Let's see the dress. I mean, you bought the dress. You can get up. You can actually get up and show the dress.
But I don't have,
no, you don't have to show the
stuff. I
stuff.
didn't shave my legs though.
You didn't shave? Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Even though I spoke about shaving my legs in the beginning of the video, but I didn't shave my legs now.
Any message you have?
Wore a long dress.
Any message you have there for the people of today? I mean, whether you're talking to whoever.
My message is be yourself, make money, and don't be scared in how you make money. Because at the end of the day, if you're making money, you're making money. Don't think about, oh my God, what's this person going to think of? I just say go with what you want to do. I'd say like with me as a young age, I always had like a sex worker's brain. Okay. I always thought like a dance. Like in high school already, I had visions that like, oh my God, I'm going to work in the sex industry. I'm going to be a stripper or something. And I just basically say, follow your guide and follow whatever it is. If you have a nice body, market that. Like, why wouldn't you want to market your nice body on OnlyFans? Why not?
Then I think that's just my follow-up question.
Have a European mindset. Think
so now with religious mindsets, right? So someone, like, again, you did say that it still happens. Obviously, when more close-minded, they say, no.
Yes, but it happens.
Low-key, back at the ranch, you are. Yes. So, I mean, then like, what about people be like, you're going to hell, you're gonna burn, how can you get your money? You have no morals.
I always say to the people who say you're gonna go to hell, I always say I will smell with you there.
I will smell. Okay.
I will see you there, and I'll smell with you. You know.
Yeah, you might be there for something else, but we'll meet up.
I will smell there with you.
Yeah. Okay, no stress. Look, guys, so there it was. Listen, last question before we go here. Has anyone ever wanted to do drugs with you, or like do drugs on your body?
Oh yes,
lots.
Oh my God,
I'm not gonna
lie though. I had an experience once where a man paid me so much, and he basically asked me to like do like tuck with him, and he was a rich man from Camps Bay. This is also I've spoken about this already. It's not a big of deal of a story. I've healed from it personally, but like he basically like offered me so much money, and then he was like, you know what, baby, you wanna have a party with me? And I was like, what kind of party?
You thought maybe it's like a coke, maybe like an ecstasy or whatever. This is what he said. Like a party.
The thing is, I don't even do drugs.
Yes, I mean, I'm just,
you know what I mean. And then I literally looked at the money and I was like, yes, sure. And I smoked a pipe.
And how were you fucked?
I mean, for like 3 days. For 3 days.
Zapped.
For 3 days, I was fucking crazy.
Final question before we go.
I was insane.
Would you completely leave the trance life now? If someone came to you right now, like, listen,
and offered me money.
Vicky, yes, I'm gonna take a wild number. I'm gonna say 50 million. 50 million right now, and I want you to be a man.
And someone gives me a vagina.
Man. Yes.
More like someone gives me 50 million to never ever speak about being a tranny. More like someone gives me a 50 million to never speak about being a tranny. I would go get the vagina.
Would you leave
I'd go get the vagina, and I'd be your perfect wife, and I'd never ever leave the house. I'd be the perfect housewife.
Guys, there you have it. I'm flabbergasted. Like, this is like, you guys have to see this one as well. Vicky, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for your time. All the best to you and the twins.
Thank you.
Ciao.
I love you,
we
babe.
out.
Hey! Alright, gents, I know you guys are feeling good this morning.